They say beauty is a kind of power. But in this city, it's a curse wrapped in diamonds. Her name was Cara, the girl who couldn't stop shining. Model. Influencer. A face that lit up billboards and buried secrets. Everyone wanted her, followed her, studied her. Until 6 people decided to own her. The news called it a tragedy. 6 arrested for the killing of Hong Kong model. Quick headline. Neatly packaged. But no one ever asks why 6 people, strangers, unrelated, never met before, would all end up in the same luxury apartment, whispering the same name like it was a prayer. Or a curse. Police found them huddled in a circle, blood smeared across the walls, fingernails torn down to the bone. One was laughing. Another humming a tune from a commercial Cara once did. The third wouldn't stop vomiting hair. When asked where Cara was, they simply looked up and said, "She's still here." Here. As in the apartment. Apartment 48F, a penthouse nestled high above Kowloon, with a view too perfect to be trusted. No one talks about what happened inside. No one wants to believe the surveillance footage. The hours of video that show Cara walking through the apartment for 3 days after her death. Barefoot, face blank, turning every mirror to face the wall. And there's something else. Something they buried in the report, a single frame, timestamp 3:33 a.m. The camera caught a close-up of her standing still, staring directly into the lens. Her face was wrong. Too long. Her mouth too wide. Eyes too many. And behind her, 6 shadows. All smiling. None hers. They ruled the footage corrupted. Blamed glitches. But the building's night guards quit the same week. One refused to speak, only writing she talks through the walls before disappearing entirely. Another jumped from the roof, claimed something kept knocking on his door, even when he changed apartments. Even when he left the city. The 6 suspects were never the same again. In holding cells, they spoke in perfect unison, repeating the same phrase, "She's still modeling. She just needed new skin." One of them bit off her own fingers before court. The trial was sealed. Quiet. Paid off. Forgotten. But the apartment didn't stay empty. Real estate agents claim it's been sold 3 times since. Each new tenant vanishes by the 3rd night. No signs of break-in. No struggle. Just silence. And Cara's reflection, caught again and again in the corners of the surveillance feeds. And so now, the building stands tall. Lights always on in 48F, no matter what. Sometimes the concierge says they hear clicking heels pacing late at night, like someone's walking a runway. Sometimes, passers-by swear they see someone waving from the window, even though no one lives there anymore. They say beauty fades. But sometimes, it lingers. Sometimes, it stares back. So if you ever find yourself in Tower 9, if you feel your phone flicker with a message from no one, or your mirror suddenly faces the wall, don't open the door. Don't look at the reflection. And if you hear someone whisper, strike a pose, run. Because Cara is still watching. And she's not done modeling.